Welcome to Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. It's November 26, 2021. This podcast brought to you by the good folks at Chugwater Chili. Head to chugwaterchili.com, get some great holiday discounts. It's Black Friday. Get online at chugwaterchili.com. You can do it in the comfort of your home and take advantage of these 20% offers on all Chugwater Chili products all the way through November 29th. 20% off. Go to chugwaterchili.com. Severe clear. That's right, folks. Between today and probably through next Thursday, a 6-day period, there's just really nothing more than a few flurries in the mountains. At the very most, some wind on the plains and some high and mid-level clouds. There's just really nothing going on. It'll be sunny, breezy, and pretty mild for late November as we go through the weekend and into early next week. This means good travel weather. Other than the wind, and maybe tonight, and maybe Monday night, some snow showers over the mountain passes. There's really nothing else going on. Severe clear. Now, we do have a small, fast-moving system on Tuesday. We don't expect it to do much. The jet stream is just locking everything up along the U.S.-Canadian border, points north from there, so there's just not much going on. We're still expecting that first shot of colder weather by next Friday. So basically a week from today, things will start to look and feel a little bit different. The long term continues to look active and colder. Nothing to change our mind that December is going to be off to a mild start on the 1st and 2nd. Then after the 3rd, things get a little bit more interesting. We have some incredible photos coming in. Just a beautiful sunrise over the last 2 mornings. This is from Jim Estabrook in Medicine Bow, Wyoming, with a great view. And yesterday morning in Laramie, County Author sends us this of just a beautiful sunrise and sunset pattern over the region over Thanksgiving Day yesterday and what we saw this morning in many areas. So one thing you do get in this type of pattern is you do get a lot of these high and mid-level clouds, those lenticular clouds, and it can really make for spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Here's the reason why there's nothing going on. As we've been reporting, the La Nina-dominated jet stream flow, when it's like this in phase 1 of La Nina, you get this straight line flow out of the Pacific. The Greenland block continues to build, but as long as this flow, if you were to add up the miles that the jet stream is generally moving straight, you're talking about a huge distance. So it's like a wall damming up the real cold air and blocking us from any major weather system. So essentially, this pattern, for the most part, is going to hold for 6 days. So milder air from the Pacific is what's going to be the air we're going to be breathing across most of the western United States. Here's a little wave coming in on Monday night and Tuesday. That's that little system we talked about. But this is today, and this is Monday night. So you can see there's just really nothing going on that's changing, at least around our neck of the woods. Now, you probably are noticing more blue up north as more cold is building up there. There's that cold. This is for Monday, next Monday, the Monday after this weekend. These are temperatures in Alaska and the Yukon and parts of the Northwest Territories by the afternoon hours of next Monday. So you got minus 39 here. There's some light pink areas. Those light pink areas are where you're approaching or getting colder than minus 40. Alaska that has had a really cold fall. We've been really warm here. It's been really cold in Alaska. What is really interesting, and this is how the weather works, when it's really, really cold in Alaska, we tend to be mild. When it starts to get mild relative to average in Alaska, that's when we get really cold. It seems that it should be the opposite, but that's the case. Okay, here we go. This is Friday, the 3rd of December. Now, it actually looks like still a very straight flow, and that still is. But what's going to happen is as the Greenland block continues to build and stay there, notice the high pressure ridge developing here in the eastern Pacific. So what is going to happen is these darker colors up here, which have been more up here, starting to move south by Thursday night into Friday morning, and behind that is a really cold air mass. You see this little wave right here? This is going to basically grab the cold air and drag it south into the lower 48 states by next weekend or shortly after that. So things are really starting to change right around the 3rd of December. This establishment of this high here is going to bottle up the cold over North America. When there's a ridge here, we go into the fridge in western areas of the United States. Bam, look at that. So this is Friday morning. This is the following Monday. Notice we're starting to see a big cross latitude displacement of the air masses that are currently locked up now, then get unlocked and basically the dam breaks. Now the question will be, and I can tell you from experience, sometimes these waves of cold can get directed this way to the Great Lakes or even New England and stay north and east of us. But right now, it does look like, at least initially, the first surge of really cold air into the lower 48 states will be in the central and western areas of the United States. So you're talking about a big displacement of cold air by then, by a week from this following Monday. So it's hurry up and wait. If you're one of those like me that loves winter weather, that loves it getting cold and snowy and getting us into that holiday mood, I know we're in the minority, but it's a long period of waiting before we see this weather pattern change. In the meantime, hang up your Christmas lights, get your traveling in, because we're going to have this mild weather last a bit longer. Now, these are temperatures relative to average by Monday the 6th. Look at all the purple over Montana there, even back into Idaho. Well, that's 20 to 30 degrees below average relative to normals when you look at temperatures. And this is what temperatures could be by midnight, the night of the 5th of December into the morning of the 6th across portions of Montana, northwestern Wyoming, and Idaho. So you're talking about, and these are not Celsius, these are in Fahrenheit. You're starting to get minus 20s here across north central areas of Montana. This is a long-range model, so take this with a grain of salt. Remember, in long-range weather forecasting, it's all about the trend, not about the specifics, but the trend. Is the trend going to be changing? And we continue to see that trend changing, but it's a 6 to 7 day time frame before it goes away. To support the long-range modeling trends, here we go again. This is the forecast of the stratospheric warming. This is for December 12th. High in the stratosphere, it warms up, and when the stratosphere warms up, it gets thicker. Like an accordion, if you were to put it in an accordion vertically, as the stratosphere gets warm, it takes up more volume. As it takes up more volume, it pushes the cold air in the higher latitudes near the ground and directs it in directions like this. So there's a lot indicating that the colder weather is coming, and when we see a stratospheric warming trend like this, that really adds to the fact that it should be getting colder. However, it's hard to believe a long-range forecast of colder weather when we're stuck. Seems like we're stuck into gear with this very mild winter and fall season we've had so far. Long range, this is out to the 9th of December. We continue to see the high pressure in the Greenland block area, the North Atlantic, then the Eastern Pacific area of high pressure right here, and that is bottling up and directing the cold air into Canada and the United States. Also, some cold air intrusions into parts of Europe and other parts of the globe as well. Have yourself a great Friday. Have a good weekend. Take advantage of this good weather if you need to hang up those lights or rake those leaves. Have a good weekend.